The college football experience, Iowa Hawkeyes 2025 season preview episode on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Yes, get up to $1,000 deposit match when you sign up at UnderdogFantasy.com with our promo code TCESGPN. And remember, as always, folks, to let it ride.
Hey, everybody, Jim McMahon here, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Yes, yes. Yes. Woo! Welcome to the college football experience for Iowa Hawkeyes 2025 season preview. We can just play that song all day. Got the Hayden Fry Iowa Hawkeyes shirt on youtube.com/the college experience. You could watch our stupid faces and get on over there. Hit that like and subscribe button because we are rolling along 136 previews. They're happening. We're in the hundreds now, man. And sorry this didn't happen at noon. We had a monster thunderstorm and the power went out at the house for a couple hours there. So we pushed it to tonight. So you're in the middle of a triple header. And it starts with a couple Big Ten schools, goes from Iowa to Oregon, and ends with the Utah Utes, a former Pac-12 school with Oregon. We will talk about them all, but right now this is an Iowa Hawkeye show. All right, and I happen to love the Iowa Hawkeyes, so excited to talk ball regarding these Hawkeyes. Yeah, you're probably wondering who the hell you're listening to. That's fair. My name is Colby Swigget, Database Dan, aka Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
He's the kind of guy that would drink a gallon of gasoline so he could piss in your campfire. You could drop this guy off at the Arctic Circle wearing a pair of bikini underwear without his toothbrush, and tomorrow afternoon he's going to show up at your poolside with $1 million smile and a fistful of pesos.
You're damn right. Love these Hawkeyes. Cashed on them last year, by the way. Cashed on them. Now, I didn't cash on my to make the playoffs future, but still cashed on them to get things done there as they won 8 games, win total of 7.5. Cha-ching. I am joined by my co-host. He is also the host of the college basketball experience, Ben McCullum at Iowa. Come on. We're excited for it. When the basketball season goes live, we cover every single game of the whole entire college basketball season for every school. Same can be said for FBS and FCS football. So subscribe and tell a friend. YouTube.com/the college experience, where all those shows are broadcasted. Right now, though, give it up for former staffer at Austin P with the Governors, at South Carolina with the Gamecocks, and at West Virginia with the Mountaineers, Ryan McIntyre, aka Money Line Mac. What's up, man?
What's up, man? Yes. Is this heaven? No. This is Iowa. Let's talk Hawkeyes.
Mac tonight! Come on, make it Mac tonight!
Yes, and let's just jump right. So I mean, let's hold on before we go into last season, man. They were there. Now they ended up 8-5, but they had a one. Oh, it was the first season with Tim Lester as OC. 1 point loss to Iowa State where they made a miraculous 55-yard field goal to win. They did get housed by Ohio State at the shoe, but 3-point loss to UCLA, 3-point loss to Missouri. This was pretty damn close. What are they? 7 points away from a 11-2 season.
Yep.
So you got to love this program. It's consistently good. So look, we're gonna load the slides here, but The reason why they're good, and the reason why I can't take any of these top 25 coaching lists seriously, putting Steve Sarkisian over Kirk Ferentz is absolutely insulting. Kirk Ferentz is incredible. He's got over 200 wins in his career, and almost all of those were at Iowa, with the exception of 3 years at Maine. All right. In my opinion, he is a top 10 college football coach. But where you at with Coach Ferentz?
How can you not love Kirk Ferentz, man? Just the model of consistency. They've won 8 or more games every year since 2012, with the exception of 1 year they went 7-6, and then the 1 year was COVID. So they've been to 3 Big Ten championships in the last decade. They've won 2 in the mid 2000s. They've played in Rose Bowls. They've played in big bowl games. Just a model of consistency, and it just shows if you have an identity, you embrace your identity, and you do it year after year after year, you're going to win 8 games, 8+ games, 8 to 10 games every single year at a place like Iowa. So, I mean, he's done an unbelievable job. Yeah, he should be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, but get the stats ready.
Yeah.
All right. Like I said, 8-5 in 22, 10-4 in 23, 8-5 again in 24. And I thought Tim Lester did a decent job, but I think they're going to take another step forward in his second year on offense. Last season, they were 78th in scoring offense, 129th in passing offense, 24th in rush offense, 117th in total offense. Believe it or not, that was a big jump. It was like a 17 spot jump. I think year 2, it's going to be even better. And one of the reasons why, like I said earlier, I host the FCS show. I know it's been dark for a little bit, but we will be live once the season starts, pending. We will be live talking FCS. One of the best quarterbacks in FCS football. And if you've listened to the show over the years, we kind of, by hosting the FCS show, and I'm not saying because it's me, I'm saying because we watch a shit ton of FCS games. We knew Cam Ward was going to be a beast. I think when he got drafted number 1, I had several people tweet me or text me saying, I learned about this bastard from you, saying he was coming in to Washington State and he's going to be ready to go. Which is another reason. And if you're watching Washington State, Zevi Eckhouse is the quarterback of Washington State. He's a transfer from the FCS too. Same with Max Brosmer in Minnesota last year. You know, we can go on and on. Obviously, Diego Pavia was a guy that was at D2, but there's a slew of good examples of FCS quarterbacks that jump up. Shador Sanders, but Mark Gronowski to me is a very, very good college football quarterback, and the fact that he fits Iowa so well. This is a guy that has 93 touchdowns and 20 interceptions, but he also has rushed for over 1,700 yards and a slew of touchdowns on the ground too. This is not including what he's done on the ground. I love this fit. I actually think, providing injury doesn't happen, this might be one of the best transfer portal gets in the whole country. I don't know how much you pay attention to Jackrabbit football, buddy, but this guy is a fucking winner. Your thoughts on Mark Gronowski coming in?
Yeah, I mean, extremely productive 4-year career with the Jackrabbits. Now he gets a chance at the Power 5 level. I mean, you see the numbers: 93 touchdowns, 20 interceptions, but he is a dual threat guy.
37 rushing touchdowns, by the way.
Yeah, and what he averaged first career over 4 yards a carry, close to 2,000 yards on the ground. So this is going to be a fun fit. This offense is definitely going to take a step forward. I don't even need to see the portal and add and subtractions here, because this is the best quarterback they've had since
Drew Tate.
Yeah.
Well, and I think the element of like, okay, you might be able to say, well, you know, we'll see how his passing goes against a Power 5. Well, he's played a slew of Power 5s. I mean, they lost 7-3 to Iowa. or 6-3, whatever it was. But I also believe like he's played a few of them and he's done all right statistically. I know Oklahoma State caught them last year, but the real thing to me that I think could be amazing in this offense is the ability to ad lib, the ability to also call quarterback power. Like Iowa, one of the things that you mentioned it a couple shows ago, but it drove me crazy on when Iowa did have Brian Ferentz running the offense and they were dead last. They would always get these statues like Deacon Hill and stuff. And there's a slew of them. Honestly, we could name like 20 of them, but I was always like, why not get a mobile quarterback? Cause your defense is so good. You could literally just run your quarterback every play. And I actually think you would be better than what you currently are. Right. And Gronowski, not only is he an efficient passer, he's efficient enough. Well, even if the jump up from FCS to Big Ten is big, but he offers an element to extend plays, but also B, like I said, designed runs and also ad-libbing runs. I think that has been missing from Iowa quarterback play for a very long time. And I think that could be the difference between them potentially being a college football playoff team or a Big Ten champ or something like that. And I think he offers that. So super excited to see what he can do in Tim Lester's offense. Now he is learning a new offense. So, I mean, that is, I guess, the only hiccup there. But this guy, his dad played quarterback too at Drake. So this is a guy that has been in college football for a long time. And then, his, son of a player. So fascinated to see what he can do there. The offense returns 2 wideouts, Jacob Gill and Reese Vanderlee, and 3 of 5 on the offensive line. That's all they really care about. I know they're breaking in a new tight end, but don't worry. This is Iowa. Every tight end is good at Iowa. Yeah. Not at all really concerned about that. I mean, I'm just going to go ahead and say they're going to make a big jump offensively from 1-7. Like, I think there's potential for a bigger jump than they did last season, which was 17 spots. I think there could be like 30 spots this year, maybe 40, something like that.
This is the year they cracked the top 100, man. No more McNamara or Deacon Hill or Petrus. This they have a quarterback that's got a little bit of mobility, so they should be able to. We were talking about the Army triple option. That's what we were talking about. So
yeah,
it's getting a little bit of being able to make plays off script for a change. I think Iowa will crack the top 100 offensively finally.
And even if they weren't going triple option, if they were just calling QB powers to it, like if they had just gone out and got an athlete, or it's just been an element. If I was to talk to Kirk Ferentz and he was to ask me, which I know he wouldn't, but I'm saying, what do you think I should do better? I wouldn't even say like run, rerun an air raid, shit like that or something like that. Get better on the outside. I would say no. You're winning every year. Just run your quarterbacks more. If I were you, I would do that, but get more running quarterbacks. They on the defensive side of the ball. Oh, first off, in the portal on offense, they added Gronowski from South Dakota State. They also so all their quarterbacks dipped out. Brandon Sullivan's now at Tulane. What's my guy? The kid from Michigan's now at East Tennessee State. I'm drawing a blank on his name right now. Yeah, he's at East Tennessee State in the FCS. But so they didn't just bring in Gronowski. They brought in Jeremy Hecklinski from Wake Forest, and also Hank Brown from Auburn. The wide receiver spot, they addressed Sam Phillips from the Chattanooga Mocs and offensive tackle Bryce George from Ferris State. They went deep sea diving. So now the defensive side of the ball, as I was trying to say there, Phil Parker is probably the best defensive coordinator in America. I'm trying to think who would I?
Maybe the guy at Texas is close, but I'm with you. Phil Parker's been more consistent.
Yeah, I mean, for such a long period of time too, like in the hit rate of players they develop that aren't 5 stars.
Yeah, I mean they haven't had an offense for like 5-6 years, and that defense has carried them to 8+ win seasons. And they've been put in horrible situations, field position wise. time of possession wise. It's an elite defense. He's an elite coach.
11th in scoring defense last year, 42nd in pass defense, 25th in rush defense, 20th in total defense. And that you got to remember how long they're on the field.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's why, like, to me, like, all these numbers are still like, if you put minutes involved, they would be probably like number one on minutes on the field.
Yeah.
So to have a top 20 defense with the amount of time on the field, fucking remarkable. And it's Phil Parker, but also buckle the fuck up, because 3 of 4 back on the D line, Aaron Graves and Pittman, both defensive tackles, Ethan Herkett at the DN spot. You're breaking in new linebackers, but if you told me a position that I would like to do to be weak at, it would be the linebacker spot personally. TJ Hall back at the corner spot, Deshaun Lee at the other corner spot, and Wampa at this free safety spot. He's on NFL people radar. And this is Iowa. They always have the best special teams. Kicker, Drew Stevens, punter, Reese Dakin is back. Mac, I know we got to get to the portal, but just seeing that, I'm like, oh boy, another year in that system for all these guys.
Yeah,
this defense is going to be nasty, dude.
Yeah, and I know they lost a couple guys to the NFL, but you mentioned, man, Phil Parker and Kirk Ferentz have been doing it since 1999. This is their 27th year. This is an easy one. It'll be an elite defense.
That'll be one of the better defenses in college football. And they went out to the portal, and look, for years they would barely bring in anybody, or basically nobody. They still don't bring in a lot. But Bryce Hawthorne from that same South Dakota State team on the D line coming in, Jonah Pace from Central Michigan, both on the D line there. Cornerback Shaheed Barrows, I don't believe he's related to Dana, from South Dakota. They were very good in the FCS as well, the Coyotes. And then safety Ty Hudkins. Well, Purdue, of course, another Purdue guy. I believe this is accurate that every team in the nation has at least one Purdue transfer. If it's even happening at Iowa, it's a real thing. I think this defense is going to be better than 20th, man. I think this is going to be a top 10 defense personally.
Because of the offense.
And because that many returning starters are back. Both really.
Yeah, I'm with you. This should be a top 5, top 10 defense. And, they'll have some turnover magic too. They always do. It's Iowa.
Especially you add in the special teams too, man. Let's get to the schedule and everything. But before we do that, I want to let you know that the college football experience, Iowa Hawkeye style, is brought to you by MyBookie.ag. Yes, MyBookie is your place to bet on every single sport, including all those summer sports, MLB, CFL, WNBA, dildo colors, golf, tennis, racing, and of course, college football and NFL futures. Look, MyBookie accepts customers from a ton of different locations. You can easily deposit, get lightning fast payouts using crypto. So head on over to mybookie.ag. And when you do, use our promo code TCESGPN for 100% deposit match up to $1,000. Terms and conditions apply. Of course, that's mybookie.ag. Promo code TCESGPN. And we're also brought to you by Rhythm. Yes, Rhythm's power trends are now called smart signals. Yes, and Rhythm continues to crush it with these smart signals. These are AI detected patterns where Rhythm's model has consistently won and has a very high ROI. I think like a strikeout prop that wins 59% of the time when the line and win probability hit a certain range. Smart signals are updated daily and exclusive to Rhythm and Rhythm only. No touts, no noise, just clean data back bets, baby. And the MLB smart signals are absolutely killing it. Mike Trout, Giancarlo Stanton are combined 14-0 on smart signals when they recommend their unders. Yes, you thought I was going to say something good. No, when the unders are hitting, they're hitting. WNBA smart signals 97 and 65 in July with an ROI of 15.64%. They are cooking over there. Download the Rhythm app, check out smart signals, and start betting smarter. You know damn well we will be. Get your free 7-day trial period today. And also, I should mention this: college football is back on Rhythm. All right, last season their predictive models posted a 21.47% ROI on non-conference spreads a 22.47% ROI on in-conference money lines. They killed it on the FCS total front for week 0 and week 1. Rhythm's house model went 16-4 ATS, 11.6 units gained, and a 52% ROI. So what are you doing? Go to the app now. And once again, get that 7-day free trial. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. All right. We are back. I mean, we talk about the stability. Remember when these idiots wanted him fired?
It's just like it's one of the dumbest takes of all time. That's why I said, emphasize he should be a Hall of Famer, and people want him fired. It's like, dude, you know how hard it is to win 8 games at Iowa every single year? Don't take it for granted. That's Wisconsin, how they're doing.
Yeah, exactly. And shout out to Daquan the Great saying, listen to this drunk as fuck coming home from a canoe trip.
Nice.
Shout out to my guy Daquan. There we go. Are you actually on the canoe? Like you're on the way back on the canoe, or is this like you're driving back home? I'm hoping, my mind is hoping that you're actually on the fucking canoe right now. But either way, cheers, man. Appreciate you tuning in. And shout out to everybody else in the chat. So that build a statue for Kirk Ferentz and build one for Phil Parker while you're at it. I'm not sure if they have the Hayden Fry statue, but that one should already be up. That's all. Dealing with state of the program there. We talk portal, roster, coaching staff, but also with state of the program is stadium. And boy, do we got a winner here. Now,
Kinnick.
I'm giving this 10 of 10. Do not confuse that with me saying a top 10 stadium, because I've pretty much given out my top 10, but this is still a 10 in my opinion. 96 years young, Kinnick Stadium. Oh my! First off, they have one of the coolest traditions in any sport in the world, in my opinion. But look at this fucking place, and this is a house of horrors, by the way. If you come in ranked, have fun with that. All right, like I would be willing to say this is one of the best home field. Like if you have to play, if you're ranked and you have to play at a school, whether I was ranked or not, I would be willing to say this is a top 10 hardest place to get a dub. This place is phenomenal too. I mean, you look at that and it looks fantastic.
Time.
Yeah. But also when you add in, I mean, look at the stripe out there. If you look at the building to the left, that is a children's hospital. Or no, is it the right? I think it's the right actually. I mean, look at that shit, by the way. But so it's a children's hospital, and what is it? What is it? Third quarter? What quarter is that? First quarter. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, how awesome is this, man? Got the children's hospital right there. Everyone waves, even the players, man. It's about the coolest thing that can happen in sport, man. You know, there's anyone that hates this. I don't care if you're an Iowa State fan. I don't care what you are. Like, come on, man. Kids are like the greatest thing ever, man. And like, none of them deserve to ever be in a hospital. So they get a little bit of happiness, and you get to see all these fans and players wave back, and it's a good moment for them. But man, it's powerful too, man. Because honestly, I mean, nothing. I don't need to say this, but I'm just saying that it's the coolest tradition in sports, in my opinion. Get that Masters bullshit out of here. All right. But fantastic work by them. I would love to know the story of how this came into fruition, by the way. Someone enlighten me.
Rob, where's Rob at?
Yeah, someone, or Jeff. I know Jeff's an Iowa guy too. But that is just fantastic stuff, man. And it's cool as fuck. I got to get, like, I was telling I was building these slides today, man. I told my wife this. My wife said, we should go. My wife does not say that about college football games. So even my wife was touched by this. She's like, oh, that's fantastic. We should go. We should go there. So, yeah. And as Jeff's saying, the kids go wild, because think about how cool it is for them. It's like almost like Christmas or something for them. And yeah, man, it's fucking phenomenal.
That's what life's all about, man.
It is, man. And look, I got a 1-year-old, man. So I'm not. I think about that, man. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's what a great tradition, man. How can no one can dislike that? But look at the stadium. I mean, come on, dude. You think you're gonna win in there? I've been saying this argument for a while, by the way. I said 3 years ago, I think I got a lot of backlash on Twitter. I said, yeah, Georgia with Stetson Bennett, they'll lose at that fucking place. And I still stand by that, by the way.
That's
right?
Ohio State how they did last time.
Yeah, I still stand by that. Like, if that was an away game I'm not talking, like, I think our argument was in Kinnick, they would lose that game. But specifically, like I said, they'd probably lose no matter when you play it. But if it was in any cold time of the year,
yeah,
they would get fucked up, in my opinion. And when I mean fucked up, I mean 17-14.
Well, and this is, and how many times has Penn State lost in there, and Michigan, and that's why, like, I know this isn't the Iowa State preview, but the fact Iowa State did not get any credit for winning at Kinnick on the national scale last year was a joke. I mean,
they kind of stole that game, dude. I'll be honest. I bet Iowa, and I thought I had that done. Like, yeah. I was willing. I was like, I almost switched channels because I was like, yeah, I got this in the bag. Look at this stadium, dude. This is fucking college football right here. This is look at through the years too, man. You got it here. This is, I think, the 80s, early 80s. I think the photo was. Then look at this shit. This is when they were building it, dude. They got fucking a mule working. How great is that? Right? I mean, this. I love this photo. When I saw this, I was like, this is great. There's no construction cranes, really. I mean, you got one kind of in the back over there. But majority of this shit is I see multiple mules working in the yard here, building this fucking thing. How great is that? How can you not love college football? And then this was I think in their first like 20 years. So yeah. I mean, they've done a great job with this thing. And obviously the way it looks now, and I, you know what, man, I haven't been to the stadium here, or I haven't been to the stadium, but everyone tells me about this, that they have like this main street you walk down, and there's just, where is fucking Rob Donaldson to help me sell this? But apparently, like, everybody to walk down, there are a bunch of houses, like, you have to walk through this, and it just becomes like a big street festival or something. What are you giving this thing 1 to 10, dude? This 10, is 10, right?
10. Yeah. This is easy 10. I'll say this is a top 10 stadium, man, with all the traditions and just the history of I usually look this up. Kinnick capacity. I want to say it's like 70. Yeah, 69, 250. So nice size. A lot of rich history and tradition here.
Yeah, shout out to Clark. That's my guy right there. I like Iowa football because they have a style. They stick to it. Amen. Amen. Yeah.
Look at that thing.
I'll never forget, man. I'm doing a stand-up show somewhere, and the comic going up, I think either before me or after me, like we're talking, and he's like, he tells me he's from Iowa, and I go, oh, dude, hell yeah, you guys are gonna be pretty good this year. He's like, I can't wait till we fire Ferentz, man. I just want some offense. And I just thought, yeah, okay, I hate this fucking guy. You know what I mean? Like, it was that quick where I was just like, I decided this person is definitely not going to be a good one. I'm still bothered by that comment. I had to go deliver a set after that. I bombed that night just because I was in my head. I was like, that piece of shit.
Wait, what year was that?
Probably I'm guessing like 2017, 18.
Have they fired him yet?
Well, I mean,
No, I'm talking about Ferentz.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I was about to say, I was like, stand up. I was like, dude, you can kind of just do what you can. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, no.
He's probably getting $100. He's probably doing like $100 show here or there. You know, I mean, that's just how it goes. Unless if you're on another level. But
he's probably looking at this preview right now, going, I hate that fucking guy in the top. I didn't like him to start with.
He'll be fired before Kirk Ferentz, though. To answer your question, he actually probably got fired from like a day job or something, right? If I had to bet, he probably was doing, so it's comics, man. You're fucking everyone working at like a pizza parlor.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. He probably got fired / quit. Yeah, this stadium's fantastic. Get out to a game. I don't care where you're at. Get out to a game there. They do college football right. Man, I could just stare at these photos. Like I said, I like my stadium. There's the Kinnick statue. I like my stadium pop-up art gallery idea that I talked about the other day. Started thinking about that more. We just rent a space, right? Bring in some couches, right? But it looks just like an art gallery. So you put nice stadiums. Doesn't have to be my photos, just random photos from the internet. We put them behind like an expensive glass, right? And just throw like 7 couches. We can get them from Dub V before they burn them or after they burn them, maybe. Then just put out like 10 bowls of chips, right? And like just the little airport bottles of Fireball, right? Just put out like 100 airport bottles of Fireball, and that'll be our art show. You go around and you're like, man, look at fucking Kinnick. Look at this Brad Banks Big Ten championship thing going on. Shout out to Brad Banks, man. He was a baller. That's exactly my point, by the way. You see what happened the one year they got the fucking athlete? That's my only knock against Ferentz would be like, wait a second. You actually went out and got a quarterback. He was good at throwing too, but he could run. And you won the Big Ten. Ever since then, you've gotten these tall lawn chair white statues. But at least Mark Gronowski is going to be able to run the ball. So that's what I see could be happening here. Fantastic stuff. 10. Now, how about this though? They storm, and they storm heavy, as they should. Look at that shot, man. This is from the Ohio State game. When didn't they score? What was that final score?
It's like 55 to 17 or some shit. They annihilated.
Yeah. Hey, that prick's got to give me shit about Kirk Ferentz's offense. They put 55 points up against Ohio State. I know they probably all came from block punts and interceptions, but I'm saying still 55 is 55. Storm the damn field. Iowa
5-24. How many defensive touchdowns did they have?
Yeah.
Actually, they didn't have that much. That was the year they had Hawkinson and Fant at the. Oh yeah, they had a pick 6 to start it off.
Of course.
There's another one. Yeah, they had 2 defensive touchdowns. But hey, Nate Stanley threw for 5 touchdowns on the Buckeyes.
Oh my god!
Take that, Urban Meyer. Get that shit out of here.
That's a great trivia. I would have never said Nate Stanley threw for 5 touchdowns in a Big Ten game.
Against Ohio State.
I don't even think I would have said in the non-con.
They beat Ohio State like it was a bye game.
Yeah, 100%.
They put Urban Meyer on that big noon kickoff studio single-handedly right there.
Storm the field, folks. I mean, you're in college once, or some people, even if you're not even in college, going to the game, that might be your only shot of your whole life. You're gonna have that memory forever, folks. So what are you doing? Storm often if you can. State of the program. I'm giving it an 8 of 10 because as long as Kirk Ferentz there, it's never going to go below an 8 in my mind. You?
Cosign. Yeah. It's like when we let it off. They win 8 to 10 games every year. Pencil it in. So yeah. Once again, times change. Ferentz stays the same, and they keep on winning in Iowa City.
Yeah. My own. 100%. All right, folks, before we get to the schedule, I want to let you know that the College Football Experience Hawkeye Edition is brought to you by Circa Millions and Circa Survivor. The world's greatest sports book, Circa Las Vegas, is hosting the world's biggest pro football contest. Circa Millions, Circa Survivor, and Circa Grandissimo with over $21 million in guaranteed prizes. You can't call yourself a true DJ if you're not competing in the Circa football contest. So come hang out at with the SGPN crew there at Circa Contest Weekend, August 21st to August 23rd. Even myself and Moneyline Mac, the College Football Experience, will be out there doing live shows from Circa regarding Week 0. We're going to break down every single game in depth, and then we're going to get shit hammered with you watching all this action, right? Live shows, open bars, plus you get 15% off your stay at your stay, not your say, your stay at Circa with the promo code SGP15. You're welcome. The contests are open to everyone as well. Sign up in Nevada, play from anywhere with the help of SGPN's official proxy. Go to footballcontest.com and use the promo code SGP to get $50 off those proxy fees. We're also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Look, Underdog Best Ball Mania is happening all summer long. Giving away $15 million in prizes, including $2 million to first place. There's no waiver wire, no arguments about trades. Best ball is the best way to play fantasy football, folks. And look, Underdog is also a great place to play Pick'em. If you play Pick'em, you can win up to 500 times the amount of money you enter. So sign up over at UnderdogFantasy.com with our promo code TCESGPN, and you will be able to claim your special pick and first time deposit offer up to $1,000 there in bonus credits. UnderdogFantasy.com promo code TCESGPN. All right, let's get to the schedule because week 1. Oh, what could have been if Reese Poffenberger just stayed at Albany. The Great Danes, fire logo, fire name, are heading into Kinnick. Now, unfortunately, if you are an FCS football fan or if you're rooting, because I know that's what's weird. The FCS football fans are a lot like SEC fans where they just cheer on any FCS team. Now the problem here is longtime head coach Greg Gattiso there. He resigned to take the defensive position at Penn State. So I imagine this is going to be a complete bloodbath because they kind of had a fire sale with players after that. So want to know, not that I would have taken Albany if they were back, but yeah, want to know.
Yeah, what's the total on this game? No, it's not out yet. It's always my favorite part with the Iowa games. What's the total?
You gotta watch though. You gotta watch out here because they might be able to score some points in this one.
Well, they beat Illinois State last year 40-0. Remember that game?
I mean, it's gonna be hard to get a first down. Albany lost everybody too. And then I feel sorry for them because they've been a good FCS over the past 5-7 years.
Yeah.
But their coach, I think their coach left late too. So good luck to the Great Danes there. But yeah, want to know. And then a trip to Ames, Iowa to take on these Cyclones. Cy-Hawk Trophy at stake. The road team has won the last 6 matchups, I believe someone said last time. That's quite amazing, actually. I do have
noon, by the way.
Say that again.
This is big noon.
I love this game. I'll watch this game every year. My only thing is this, and I know Iowa fans sometimes push back on me. I believe that this game should end the college football season. I know they've been playing it forever at this time, but I think it should end the season, and then we put Nebraska, Colorado back on the schedule instead of Iowa, Nebraska, and you end with this. What do you think of my idea there?
I like it, man. I mean, it would be something different, and it's.
The Big Ten's little bitches about that. Like the ACC and SEC do it a bunch.
They have a ton. Yes.
Why the Holy War? And Yormark's not getting the memo either. The Holy War should be final game of the season. Give me the Cy-Hawk final game of the season, and then you can have these non-con games. You can do, Colorado, Nebraska. You could do some of the other ones like Kansas and Missouri could still play then. Well, I don't even understand why that one's not. But yeah. Anyway, I got Iowa winning this one though, man. Because look, Iowa State's coming back from Ireland. I have them beating Kansas State in Ireland. So I think the Hawkeyes catch them here. So 2-0. How about you?
I took the Cyclones to finally end the home team drought here. Rocco Becht had a really bad pick 6 interception in his first game in Ames when he played them 2 years ago. I think they finally, he's a little bit older, a little more mature. I think Iowa State a home team finally wins in this series. I got this Hawkeyes 1-1.
We differ there. 2-0 for me. And then look, they had Albany earlier. Now they love the Northeast. I get it. Ferentz played linebacker at UConn. But UMass coming to town. What game will be closer, the Albany game or the UMass game? It's got to be the UMass game, but I don't have a ton of confidence. Yeah, tell me, put this one on Peacock, please, if you can.
Yeah, it's on Big Ten Network. It's 7:30.
I got them 3-0. How about you?
2-1. Yeah, they'll win this game 31-3.
Then another Northeastern team. What the fuck's going on here? They're making their rounds, right? Piscataway. Now this is a scary game, and I believe on the Rutgers preview, I think I almost took Rutgers. I think you started to convince me, and then I said, no, give me Iowa. But I do have this as a 14-13 game. But give me the Hawkeyes to get this done in Piscataway, and I am a little scared of this game. I am actually very scared of this game because of what's on deck. But what are you doing here?
This shit's gonna be lit, man. Friday night, we saw that atmosphere last year when Washington went to Rutgers on a Friday night. They blacked it out.
Actually, you know what? I think you might be right. Give me Rutgers. I'm gonna Benedict that. Rutgers 14-13. They get the dub.
Rutgers is averaging like 4 points a game in the last like four meetings against Iowa. I'm taking Rutgers by 1 or 2 as well. I think this game comes right down the wire. Rutgers wins 13-12. I got
4 field goals wasn't enough.
Yeah, I got Iowa 2-2 at the start.
I got them 3-1, but don't worry, because Signetti, you talk a lot of shit. It ain't gonna work at Kinnick. 4-1. Indiana loses. I feel pretty good about it.
Yeah, I love Iowa here, especially on a bounce back at Kinnick. I've seen Indiana fans think that they're just going to walk into Kinnick and win. No, not happening. Iowa gets it done at home. They'll get some turnovers here. 3-2.
And I got them 4-1. They get a bye week there. Shout out to the great Andre Tippett. If you've been watching football as long as me, that dude was a beast. I actually think he was in the wrong era in a way, just because everyone remembers Lawrence Taylor. Andre Tippett was a fucking beast for the New England Patriots for a long time. They come out of that and they head to Madison, take on these Badgers. I took Iowa in this one, and I will stick to it. I feel better about how is it? This is how you know Wisconsin's fallen off. I find this game much less scary than the Rutgers game.
Yeah,
in Piscataway. So give me the Hawkeyes to get it done here.
Well, because Rutgers plays just like Iowa. I took Wisconsin on that preview, but I didn't realize Ferentz was off a bye. Give me Ferentz off a bye over Fickle all day. I'm Benedicting 4-2. I'm not taking Wisconsin. They lost their identity. Iowa embraces their identity. Yeah,
and Jason Eck, former Wisconsin offensive lineman, head coach in New Mexico. Go check out that interview I did with them. Not on YouTube, just on. They're part of our Nixon tape series. They're just on audio. He mentioned that. He goes, yeah, what they got away from what made them, and that his dad might be a little sour at that. His dad is still a big Badger fan. Daquan in the chat saying, how many points do you think Iowa averages during conference play? I'm going to remind me to answer that when we get to the very end. But so I got him sitting here at 5-1.
Yeah, I got him at 4-2.
And then the Penn State Nittany Lions come into Iowa City. Huh. They're going to be top 5.
They're coming off Ohio State too.
This is a loss for Penn State. That's never happened before, right?
Yeah. Look at Iowa's number 3 in the country.
My favorite game ever is when Iowa beat them 6-4. No, 4-3. What was that? Hold on, I gotta research this right now.
Yeah, it was their rankings. Yeah, that Penn State fans will bitch that they had a quarterback injury, but it's not like Iowa was scoring on offense anyway. They scored off pick sixes. Iowa's gonna win and Iowa's gonna storm the field. Penn State's gonna win in Columbus and then they're gonna lose in Iowa City, or they might have Ohio State after Iowa. It's one of the two. It's either a look ahead or a letdown spot in Iowa City. Either way,
they're not going into Kinnick and winning. Drew Aller, what has he proven to you? Now, okay, it'll be a close game, of course. But like, so maybe they could pull it off. But I like, how does someone? We mentioned this on our coach episode, and like Penn State fans have been blasting us. The last time Penn State went in there, they won on the final fucking play of the game, right?
Yes.
All right. And then I think the time before that they lost, or the 2 times before that they lost. So it's like, and by the way, the game I'm referring to is in 2004. And what's great is I heard, this is so good. This is pre-scandal when Paterno had it going a little bit there. 6-4. I heard Kirk Ferentz talk about this as his favorite game he's ever won at Iowa at the time. I mean, this was maybe like a couple years ago, but so Penn State in the first quarter got a safety to go up 2-0 with 1 minute left in the first. Then at 7 minutes left so 1 minute and 21 seconds into the game, they got a safety. Then 7 minutes into the game, Iowa gets a field goal. Then in the second quarter, and by the way, that was a 59-yard drive by Iowa. They really did things. Then in the second quarter, they had a 0-yard drive where Iowa got another field goal to go up 6-2. And then no one scored until the 2-minute mark where Iowa took a safety to go up 6. Iowa's like self-inflicted a safety instead of punting it to them. That might be the greatest fucking game ever. I'm gonna have to watch that tonight.
For field position, the memorable one I have of Iowa was recently at Wisconsin 2 years ago, where Deacon Hill threw for 37 yards and they won 15-6.
It's the greatest. How does that's how you know we're in just a shitty era. That shit. They should honor the fuck out of these games. These games are great. This is what I mean is like fantasy football has killed football in a way. Like it's brought on like these people that want high scoring and stuff. That's why I don't want the red zone. I don't want college football red zone because of that. Like I think it sells something as like, oh, this is what the game's. But I remember watching like a great NFL game in the past like few years. I really thought it was a great game. And then like online, everyone was shitting on it saying it's a terrible game. I was like, why? Because it was 17-14. It's like we've lost. Football is not supposed to be 59-55 every fucking time you watch it. Yeah. Penn State is, by the way, it's the game prior to Iowa. There's a bye week after Iowa, though. So it's at Iowa, bye week at Ohio State.
Okay. Either way, I mean, Ohio State's the Super Bowl for them. So, yeah, Iowa, let's go.
Yeah. Fantastic stuff. Iowa, what do we got them at right now?
I got them at 2 losses. You got them at 1.
Yeah. And then PJ Fleck comes to town. We need to talk about this one too. So PJ Fleck's only beaten Kirk Ferentz once while he's at Minnesota, and that was on some bullshit.
Fluke.
Oh yeah. On that, they said that they ruled the Cooper DeJean punt return touchdown that he had waved off some safety bullshit, some player safety bullshit. Surprise. But Iowa has won 9 of 10, and really should be 10 of 10. When that 2-point loss where they waved off the punt return for a touchdown still bothers me. But yeah, look, I like PJ Fleck. You're a good coach, but you're not winning this game.
No.
Even if they're off of the Penn State win.
And they got Oregon on deck. It is a great spot for Minnesota, but still, Ferentz owns Fleck. Another win for me. What is it, 6-2?
Yep, 7-1 for me. Then they get a bye week. Shout out to the great Hayden Fry. Classic glasses there.
This
like
next game's hilarious.
Yes. Then the Oregon Ducks come to Iowa City.
Oregon has no shot
on November 8th. Dude, I'm as confident that this is a win as I am that UMass is a win. All right, like
Oregon's got no shot in this game.
They're not gonna win this fucking game. Like the Penn State one, you can actually sell me on like, okay, Penn State could get them, but it's definitely gonna be a 1-possession game. This will be a loss for Oregon. This will be a loss. Hell, I got them. What is that? 8-5 Whatever. 8-1.
The only thing with the Penn State one, and I said on the Penn State preview, if they big noon that thing, then I could see Penn State winning. But if that's shit's at nighttime and on NBC, I hope that's the slot that Iowa gets. Then Penn State, I like their chance, or I like Iowa's chance against Penn State. They can play this game at any time. They're going to beat Oregon in Iowa City in November. Oregon's going to turn the ball over like 5 times, and Iowa's going to blow them out. Watch.
Oh, have fun, Oregon. Oregon, whether it's Lanning, whether it's Cristobal, I feel like they always have like shitty special teams.
Yeah,
I was just the type of team to exploit that. So, and we're doing our Oregon preview next. But yeah, I feel pretty good about this one. Then a trip to the Coliseum. This is a loss. You beat Oregon and Penn State. Everyone's going wild. You go to the LA Coliseum. I do believe
it's too warm.
This has blowout potential.
Yeah.
I could see this one being like a 52-17 type of game. All over this one. USC win.
Yeah, that USC up tempo offense. These Iowa guys are going to be dragging after those physical ass wins. And hey, I know they own Minnesota, but they don't ever really blow out Minnesota. It's usually a dogfight, and so that's 3 dogfights potentially physical games in a row at home. Yeah, this is a horrible spot. USC all day.
Then they come back from that and they play Michigan State, who did whoop their ass last year, by the way.
Yeah, this is revenge.
I am all over this revenge here. Iowa gets this done. Although I am high. I mean, I took the over on Michigan State. We did that preview yesterday. Go listen to it. I do think Iowa wins and they whoop their ass 17-10. It'll be 10-10 in the fourth, but they'll find a way. So hell, I got them at what? 9-2 right now.
Yeah, and I got them at 8-3, and they're gonna spoil Nebraska's magical season.
I agree. I will take Iowa to beat Nebraska because they always do. What's that series been at lately? I know Nebraska caught him 1 year with Frost.
Every year it ends 13-10. Iowa wins. The last 2 years, 13-10.
Dude, Iowa's won 2, 4, 6, 9 of the last 10, much like Minnesota. Yeah. And I'll take Iowa to win this one. This is a losable game though. But I got Iowa 10-2.
Playoff.
I think they're a playoff caliber team. I think they could get in the Big Ten championship. The win total 7.5. So I will smash that over. I will lock up the over, but I'm not sure it's the best bet on the board. Bet Iowa over. However, I think the best bet on the board is plus 680 to make the college football playoff. Because if you go 9-3 in the Big Ten, you're probably going to get in. And to go 10-2/9-3, I think you're in. Plus 680 is better than the over 7.5 in my opinion. But I would still bet the over 7.5. I feel like Gronowski has to get injured some, which he does run a lot. To be fair, he does run a lot. So that's certainly in the realm of possibility that he could get dinged up. I know 1 year he missed a season with a torn ACL, I think. Yeah, I feel pretty good about that. And by the way, I think in my slideshow, I forgot to put that Addison Ostrenga is back at the tight end spot there. So my slideshow was incorrect. My apologies. Yeah. What do you think is the best bet on the board? And are you betting the over?
Yes, I'm betting the over because they basically hit this every single year under Ferentz. That was my whole thing. He wins 8+ almost basically every year. You could chew him in. So, I had him losing 3 games. What are they to make the Big Ten title game? If I have him losing to Iowa State, so that's a non-con loss.
I will tell you that right now. Hang on.
We've seen him play in a Big Ten. I know it's a bigger league now, and it's going to be hard to get there with potentially 2 league losses.
I don't know, man. This year's Big Ten, I think that's certainly on the table. To make the title game in the Big Ten, Iowa is plus 1,400. Holy shit.
Ooh. Is that better than college football playoff?
Guys, we should talk about this right now. I'm going to give you some special edition stuff right now. Iowa plus 1,400 to make the championship game.
Don't even have to win it.
Cover your ears, Mac. I also think.
Are you going to give out your parlay? Save it for that preview.
Okay.
Save it for that preview. Yeah, I know what fucking stupid team you're talking about. Iowa 1,400 to make the Big Ten title game. They've made it in 23 and 21. So every odd year they make it. Let's go.
If I hit on an exacta in the Big Ten championship
with another league,
with the other league, I just want to let you know if you put $50, you're making $230,000. Now, here's the thing. I say you avoid, you know what? I got this all mapped out, man. I got it mapped out. You guys are going to want to listen to us because I feel like such a used car salesman right now, not giving the people what they want. But I'm just going to throw this out there right now. These gigantic conferences, the best teams most of the time do not play in the championship game.
Ohio State.
Yeah, I mean, you could a bunch. I don't think Louisville is the second best team in the ACC. I don't think SMU is the second best team in the ACC. They just had a great schedule, right? My point is if you got some laundry money sitting around the house, Iowa parlayed with I also like Washington's chances in the Big Ten. And their odds are even better. But let's just say Iowa because we're on this episode right now. Iowa parlayed with let's just say I am bullish on a couple schools that I think could make a run deep. Let's just say Chapel Bill Belichick, right? Although I kind of feel like I like Pitt's chances even better because Pitt brings back so much. But the North Carolina schedule is so soft that it's possible. So let's just take Iowa and North Carolina to make the Big Ten to make the championship games, Big Ten and ACC. You put $50 on that, you're making $10,000. And those are like shittier odds. Like I said, if you want to just do an exacta, you look at Washington's schedule, you look at Iowa's schedule, right? So let's delete North Carolina. Iowa and Washington to play in the Big Ten championship. And hear me out, Mac, because if Penn State loses to Ohio State and they also lose to Iowa would then have that tiebreaker, right?
Yes.
So Iowa would beat out Penn State to get to the championship game where they could be playing Washington because Washington's schedule is kind of nice, right? And exacta on that, put $50 on that, and you are making a ton of cash, almost $15,000. And then you could just, you know what you could do then? I think people stopped listening to me already. You could add in like Boise State, who never misses a conference championship game. And then you can add in like the obvious one, like Liberty. Like Liberty is definitely going to their conference championship, right? You put $50 on that, and you're making almost $26,000. I mean, I hope you guys like this show because I'm just giving you crazy. Why buy a lottery ticket when you can do this? All right, folks. We're both on the over. Yep. Lock it up.
Lock it.
I'll see you in the playoffs, Hawkeyes. Gronowski, stay healthy, buddy, but run the fucking ball. And then if you want to see the schedule from the bird's eye point of view, it's there. And by the way, Daquan's question of like how many points will they score? I actually think they're gonna be better this year on offense. So I'm gonna say like, who are the teams that are gonna shut them down defensively? It's a nice schedule because they get in the 3 playoff teams from a year ago: Indiana, Penn State, and Oregon. They all get at Kinnick.
I know,
fucking phenomenal, dude.
The three top 15 teams. I mean, they're not going to score a lot on Penn State. That's going to have to be one of those just grinder, crazy 15, 13 wins right at the end. Minnesota will be a grinder, but they'll find a way. Rutgers will be a grinder. Shit, Sparty might even be a little bit of a grinder.
Yeah,
Nebraska.
What did they get last year? I forget, but I think they'll step it up this year. We're both on the over. Lock it up, folks. We got the Oregon Ducks coming right up. 5 minutes. Not even like we're gonna be ready to go. All right. I got the slides already loaded, and then after that, we'll be talking Utah Utes. Triple header on the college football experience as we break down all 136 teams. Jeff Sharp in the chat saying parlay Clemson to make the ACC championship, Boise to make the Mountain West championship, Liberty to make the CUSA championship. With Iowa, that's probably a lot of money. It's probably a lot of money. Let's have some fun, folks. All right, this is the college football experience. Give Moneyline Mac a follow on Twitter at Moneyline_Mac. I'm on Twitter at DColbyD. The college football experience is on Twitter at TCE on SGPN. See you in about 5 minutes talking Oregon Duck football. Quack, quack. This is the college football experience, Iowa Hawkeye style. Build a statue for Ferentz already. You better start thinking about yours. Enjoy the slideshow honoring the history of Iowa football. And we out of here.
Mailbox 1. Yeah, 7. Let's get 1.
I'm not saying I'm impossible to outsmart my body and soul, or nothing without heart. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outrun my body and soul, or nothing without love. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outdo my body and soul, or nothing without truth. And I'm not saying it's impossible, but you're nothing without yourself. We're the obsession to be a part of that, started that. Mind over matter don't matter in the market. I've seen much smarter cats have heart attacks, largely cause leaders need lambs to be lethargic. Match wits with the half-wit phantom. I don't need jumper cables or mic cords to analyze an analytical anthem. Between my two ears, an engine pumping the life force. Force field for your grip on the grievance. Still gonna feel unchallenged and bored stiff. So arrange the pieces to appear cohesive. All the hard work will go largely ignored if your hands are covered with post-its and paper cuts. You need to have your voice in the vice grip. The one who made it famous ain't the one who made it up. You don't get overtime just for working the night shift. I'm not saying I'm impossible to outsmart my body and soul, or nothing without heart. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outrun my body and soul, or nothing without love. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outdo my body and soul, or nothing without truth. And I'm not saying it's impossible, but you're nothing without yourself. Every time I close my eyes, I'm taken to the same place, a playing field, and every contestant's got the game face. Everybody's yelling, you ought to play it safe. Make sure them shoes are tied and ankles taped. Shake the cobweb, hit the ground running. This is how cunning I can get with the footwork. You're doing it right, well, it shouldn't hurt. Flirt with greatness, still outrun the famous. Nice high heels, I got mics for spikes. Trampling the home team and the turf for life. For the few fleet of foot, too fast for me. I fear none, cause I run and ignore the pair of feet by the tree that are fast asleep. In love with the game, you adore the hair. I believe in achievement. My soul isn't rewarded just cause it's easy goal and moves toward it. I'm not saying I'm impossible to outsmart my body and soul, or nothing without heart. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outrun my body and soul, or nothing without love. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outdo my body and soul, or nothing without truth. And I'm not saying